G-Talk. Doing this is going to be number 2. I think I'm ready. Number 2, the shit. That's what we're all about. All right, my man.
Hell.
You count us down. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
And it's the G-Talk. Welcome back, everybody.
It's the G-Talk,
it's the
baby.
G-Talk.
It's showtime.
Let's go. I don't know what I'm pushing here. Welcome to the G-Talk. My name is Ja. Who cares who I am? But we're going to talk about someone more important. Frankie.
Me? No way.
Oh, actually, I just gave a little hint who we might be talking about next. Let me ask, a lot of people are, drinking a little something tonight. I know I've got my glass. What's in your glass, my friend? What are you taking a sip of?
Everybody's favorite girl.
Oh, you know what?
Well,
interesting.
Everybody's favorite girl.
Because you're imbibing a little Taylor. I think we might start with a little Taylor. We might be talking about a few things today in headlines. Maybe a little Trump and Taylor. Maybe a little Diddy pardon with Trump. Maybe a little Kanye and some stupidity. Who knows? And some douchebag who decided to quit his job and go sail to Hawaii. No, it's not me and it's not Frankie. We'll get to that in a second. So welcome, everybody, to the G-Talk. This is...
Bienvenidos.
I don't know what episode this is, but it's the second in the 2.0 where we're doing it a little bit different. We got the timer. Where's the timer on the screen, Frankie? Point to it. Other way.
Nope.
There it is. It's
we gotta get used to it.
It's over here. We're getting used to it. We got headlines. It's the first quarter, second quarter is going to be the headlines, and then everyone needs to stay to the third quarter. Because Frankie, I don't know about you, but there's some words in the English language that just give me the icky-dickies.
Was that one of them? Because that was
Icky-Dickey.
Hey,
I just gave it away the first one. No, she don't make me icky-dicky, but she might. Okay, we're gonna. All right. I'm already fumbling on this one. All right, so listen. How you doing, my friend? What's going on?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great, but are you doing fantastic real quick because of something that happened last night?
Yes, absolutely. A couple things. Yankees won the first game of the Subway Series. That was fantastic. Something interesting that happened that I never seen in any sport.
What's that?
All right, when I go to Yankee Stadium, my favorite section to sit is section 203.
The 203. We talked about it in an earlier pod, and an amazing
yes.
story. What can you add to that? How can you add to such an amazing story? What else did you learn?
All right, so 203 is so awesome. It has its own T-shirts. Section 203, Bleacher Creatures, which is very hard to find nowadays. Section 203 invented the roll call for the Yankees.
The roll call.
The famous roll call, and they are so arrogant. They will not shut up until the player that they are shouting at acknowledges them.
So why would you be bringing this up? What happened specifically last night?
Juan Soto took the field, and I knew I was afraid something may happen, but they were much more mature, perfectly petty, I would say.
Perfectly petty.
Yes.
Did they roll call him?
No, they stood up and they all turned around and gave him his back. There's pictures all over the internet.
No way.
With everybody with their backs turned to him. I'd never seen that in sports.
What did he say?
Ever.
Or what did he do? Like, did he notice it?
He kind of waved, and everybody turned his back on him. It was
no way.
The most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Wow. Look at that.
Yes.
So we got a cold reception.
Yes, we won yesterday. We lost today. We got tomorrow. So let's see how it goes.
Well, that's wonderful. What else happened in New York, my friend? And this is May 17th, by the way.
Most importantly, the Knicks advanced to the Eastern Conference Final. Hell yeah, go New York, go New York, go. Yo,
Congratulations to the
and
Knicks. Who do they play in the next
and
round?
Indiana,
Oh boy. And really
Indiana
quick,
Pacers.
really quick before we go into headlines. What is so specific and so wonderful about an Indiana Knicks playoff series? What has ever
And
happened?
this is before I had kids, bro. This was in 1995. In the playoffs, we were playing Indiana, winning by I don't know about 7 points
Yeah.
with less than a minute to go. We had
Let
this
me
in
get
the
my neck
bag.
ready.
Reggie Flippin' Miller did 8 points in 9 seconds to go ahead. Yes, when he looked at Spike Lee and Indiana Pacers advance. Knicks go home on a game that we should have won. And I remember, I'll never forget, Ja. I met my girlfriend's mother that day. I was in her house.
Oh God. That's her first.
I threw the remote.
That's the first impression of you.
Her TV.
Oh.
This is very special to me because I've waited 30 years for this same situation. Knicks, Pacers. Let's go. I am going for the Knicks sweep.
Really?
I'm going for the Knicks sweep.
Well, listen.
Next sweep.
If they sweep, you might just have to gift wrap a brand new television to her mom as a thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Or at
that's
least a
great
remote.
first impression.
There you go.
Great first impression.
There
Dude,
you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. Oh, hey,
No red flags.
Hey,
You know.
hey, Mom. There's this guy that I want you to meet. He's got a great arm. He likes to throw stuff. He picks things up and he throws them through the television. Well done. And on that note, I'm gonna say Knicks in 6. How's that?
Knicks in 6.
I think Knicks in 6. Prediction Saturday, May 17th, 9:06 p.m. Knicks in 6. We'll go with that. What do you think?
Knicks are sweeping.
Okay. Well then, hey, we're gonna put that on the where's the I don't know. I got here. There you go. Either way, we both think they're gonna win. So good luck, Knicks and Spike Lee. Just keep that neck away. Keep that neck away. Well, listen, folks, it's time for headlines. But before we do that, it is time for the coin toss. Because that's how we start games here. Right, Frankie? Yep. So, as always, and again, I keep going to the wrong one. Yeah, everyone knows we're going to start with our girl, Tay. This is not fixed because this is legit. It's a coin. Everyone, this is a coin. I'm going to flip it. Frank's going to call it because he's the visitor. And whoever wins gets to decide whether they read or speak first. And we'll go from there. So, Frank, I'm going to ask you to call it.
I'm going to say heads.
Always heads. Heads. And here we go. Sorry, my friend. It is not heads. That means I win again. I'm going to read. Is that cool?
Okay.
I'm going to start.
Sure.
So let's go with headlines. So first quarter, we're going to start with 4 headlines. And what a way to start. As he takes a sip from the glass. Show them the glass one more time, my friend. Who is that again? Who?
That's America's, that's the world's sweetheart.
That is the world's sweetheart. And I don't know. She looks pretty cool there. Is she not hot anymore? Well, Mr. Trump might think so. Headline. Trump declares, you ready? Taylor Swift, hold on, not hot anymore amid renewed feud. Former President Trump randomly and awkwardly reignited his feud with Taylor Swift, claiming on Truth Social, she's no longer hot. Since he criticized her, the jab follows Swift's high profile support of Democrat candidates, including Kamala Harris. She had a very brilliant, I'll have to put it on the screen, a very brilliant post on Instagram, the cat lady post, which I thought was brilliant.
Hmm.
And I don't think he liked that very much. And it says here, okay, see, I'm already messing this up. The jab follows Swift's high profile, and then it remains a cultural powerhouse with her Eras tour breaking records and boosting economies worldwide. So, Frankie, you ready for the question? Here's the question. I actually have two of them for you. Number one, is Trump jealous that Taylor's the only other person who out-trended him last year? Or is this his way of applying for a front row seat on the next Eras tour? Bonus question. Is his weird obsession, and this is the one I want to focus in on, but you'll take either one. Is his weird obsession just low-key proof that Taylor's already playing in the political big leagues, rent-free in his head, and not even trying? 3 minutes on the clock. Go.
All right. So, is Trump jealous of Taylor? Yes, absolutely, he is. 100% he is. Today, he posted something on Truth Social, him playing on a piano, one of the Billy Joel songs,
Oh, God.
with a crowd that looked like they were in a EDM festival,
Oh, for God's
with him
sake.
in a piano. And this came from him, from his account. And everybody was cheering. And he was just playing the piano. Forgot the name of the song that it was. And I can't believe this is the president of the United States. Now he goes back to Taylor and starts some crap with her. There's a reason why him and Kanye are friends. You know what I'm saying? So,
I agree.
um, yeah, he is 100% jealous. She represents everything that he does not like, which is, kindness, respect, um, charity. She's like she doesn't have a bad bone in her body, like I don't know her
Well, I don't know how
personally,
I don't know
obviously.
how good Travis is, but I wouldn't call him bad. Go on.
uh, oh wow, damn. Shit, did you just come up with that? That was good.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. 1 minute 30. Go
um
ahead.
yeah, but he truly sounds like a 12-year-old girl that is just jealous because she's getting more attention than he is in every way, social media, worldwide.
Well, listen, I agree with you. I think he's very petty. He's a child. He's a man child, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take it a step further. While I don't think she has any political aspirations now, I've said this a million times, and I'll say this forever. Eventually, she might. Why? Because I just have a feeling, I have a premonition that one day, it could be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it could be whenever, she's got the fan base, she's got the money, she's got the brand name, she's smart. Whether or not she knows about politics, I think she does. She would be one of a handful of people that I think could ever break through. And I'll say this real quick. I think one thing we're gonna learn in the next few years, if Trump survives it, who knows? And I mean that sincerely. He's not the healthiest guy in the world. Is that we're gonna get really sick and effing tired of this type of politics, and the country's gonna say, okay, enough's enough. We need somebody else. But they're going to want to know who that person is. And I think someone like Taylor can do it. But, and I think he realizes that. And I think there's some respect there. But also, real quick, he knows beautiful women. And while Taylor Swift is not my type, let me pause real quick. Also, to let her bubble burst that she heard me say that. Sorry, Tay Tay. But she is a beautiful woman inside. And while she's not my type physically, I think she's a wonderful woman. I'd love to talk to her. I think we'd talk for hours. And I think she would be, if she ever did run for president or any type of office, I think she would be an amazing candidate and someone that I think could tell the truth and lead this country. What say you before we move on?
I think it takes more than someone's popularity to run for president because this is not a normal job. This is a job that you got to deal with every other country in the world, and being a pop star. And I am a hardcore Swiftie. Um, Being a pop star does not what's the word I'm looking for?
Well,
Oh
it doesn't
goodness.
give you the automatic kind of
It doesn't
right.
qualify
Yeah.
you to be the president.
Right.
I think it takes a lot more than just being really, really famous. And I, hardcore Swifty, I'm not sure if that's a vote that I will give to her for that job.
Well,
It
we'll
would
see
be
in five.
great though to hear her sing a song how Russia sucks and or something like that.
Well, listen, she's got many years. She's very young. She's got to raise a family. We'll see. So that's a prediction, but we'll leave that. My lady, we both are big fans, and we wish you
Te
well.
amo, mi amor.
Yes. So let's move on to number 2. Frankie, what do you got?
All right. Well, number 2, I swear that we just can't get enough of this administration. So, headline: Survivor Ellis Island Edition. Who wants to be a citizen? Goodness. The Amazing Race. Hunger Games for a green card. A, Cana- a Canadian TV producer pitched the American, a reality show where immigrants would compete in wild challenges like gold mining and assembling a Model T for a shot at U.S.
My
citizenship.
God.
Reports claims Department of Homeland Security Kristi Noem was backing the idea, but Homeland Security quickly distanced her from the pitch. Still, the show concept remains on the table, sparking outrage over whether immigrant policy has officially jumped the shark and straight onto primetime TV. I wish I was making this up. I cannot make this up.
You're not making it up.
Question, and this is the question: Is this the future of American immigration, or just a sneaky way to dodge labor laws while turning human struggle into must-see TV?
Okay, and I begrudgingly, I'm pushing the button for the clock. All right, here's what I'm going to tell you. First off, you're not joking. It was a serious thing. Actually, it was pitched to previous administration, so let's say that out loud, and that's the truth. But Frankie, you know what the biggest reality show is right now? It's government. Government is the biggest reality show.
Yeah,
and it's getting
I can't believe I missed that.
no, I mean, maybe you weren't thinking that way. That's the first thing I thought. Government is the biggest reality show on television right now, and it's all encompassing. It's everything. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere, and it's getting old. I already disliked reality shows to begin with. I think they're tired. Leave them in the 90s and the early 2000s. We're in 2025. Can we come up with something more original? But politics has now become reality show, and at the end of the day, like I wrote here, I don't think about my mayor or my governor every day, right? They do their job, good or bad. I get updates in the news, whatever, and I live my life. So I ask anybody that's in DC, stay the fuck out of my life. Leave me alone. Stay out of my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the F out of, should not dominate my television. And the reality show that they just, whatever, if it's, the American or the whatever, essentially we're taking a very serious subject and we're basically bastardizing it for ratings, for these are people, dare I say it, not trying to preach, but I guess I'm going to. These are people that some of them die to get here. They want to assimilate and be part of America. And at the end of the day, you're going to put them on a flipping reality. It's ridiculous. I'll shut up. Go. What's your take on this?
Number one, I still can't believe this is real. I can't believe that this is something that was even being considered. I think somebody was smoking weed and said, hey, how about we make this show? And they just went with it. And someone like Kristi Noem would entertain it. Like, imagine the ratings. Guys, I remember like my parents wanted a better life, and they came to the States from the Dominican Republic, legally, by the way, for a better life. And they tried really hard. They got here. I was born here. They worked very, very hard to just maintain the smallest amount. And now this process that is so significant, critical to any family moving over here. In the job application, in the application for citizenship or for permanent resident or visa, will you be willing to participate in a reality TV show where you are going to dehuman?
Yes.
What's the word I'm
Say it.
looking for, Josh?
Dehumanize. Dehumanize. You're on target.
Who will be entertained by some shit like this?
It's ridiculous. It's bullshit.
Who will be entertained by something like this, man? I can't even fucking.
Sadly,
How did we get here? How did we get here, man?
Well, go back to the first thing I said, right? Go back to the first thing I said.
Russia must be looking at this, talking. Russia must be feeling good about themselves at this point if this shit got to them.
It's ridiculous. Eventually, people are going to get tired of this. And eventually, they're going to push back. But not today, unfortunately. So, well said, my friend. Well said. And sadly...
No, I'm sorry, bro. It's personal to me.
Don't apologize.
I just know too many people that would do anything to land here just to provide for their family, nothing more, nothing less. Not for all the bullshit that this. I think this is for his entertainment, because I cannot imagine any other human that could look at this and be like, "Wow."
And I've got it on the screen. The actual it's for proof from MSNBC. Here you go. Well, listen, my man, we'll move on from that. And unfortunately, we'll probably come back to it another time. That's the sad thing about it, to be honest with you.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
So, and the next thing doesn't get any better than this, my friends. You're ready on the next one? Headline: Can't nobody hold me down. Oh, no, unless it's the FBI. Bonus headline. By the way, ChatGPT helped us on this one. This is great. Diddy's remix: Mo problems, Mo pardons. Fabulous. Sean Diddy Combs is currently on trial, facing serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. Amidst the proceedings, reports have emerged that his associates, and this case literally started a few days ago, his associates are exploring the possibility of securing a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. Are you serious? This development has sparked widespread discussion. Hey, we're talking about it right now, about the intersection of celebrity politics and the justice system. Here's the question, Frank. From 90s icons to 2025 courtroom legends, are we watching the final act of two men, Trump and Diddy, who mastered fame and fortune, and now trying to finesse their way out of a reckoning? Lest we forget Trump's courtroom battles with women in the past. Would he have a soft heart for a fellow abusive chauvinist? And I'm being gracious when I call him that. Go. The time is going. What's your take on this?
I believe Trump is friends with Diddy. I believe when he was in The Apprentice, he says something to the effect of, I know Sean Combs were good friends and yada yada. Kanye has been talking about that Trump should pardon Combs, and Kanye.
He's friends with Kanye. We know that, right?
Yeah, and
Trump.
He wore the MAGA hat
Yep.
in the Oval Office, and praised him, called him Superman or some shit.
Yep.
So I would not be surprised if he pardons him. In fact, shit. Who's Andrew Tate?
Yes.
He's back in the States.
He is back in the States. What a piece of move on. He's garbage.
And his situation is, I wouldn't say similar, but I would say is definitely in the same lake.
It's in the ballpark, yeah. He's in the same. Yeah. He's in the same lineup. If Diddy was in a lineup, starting lineup, yeah. Tate's probably batting fifth.
Right, exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised. No, I would not be surprised in how the public will react. I don't know.
Let me ask you this question. Yeah, let me ask you this question. What do you think is worse? Because I kind of gave you a little hint of what I thought was worse. Let's pretend that I didn't. Between pardoning the January 6th rioters, what Trump did, and if he did. And listen, we're not accusing. We don't know if Trump's going to do this. It's heavily being speculated, but we don't know. But let's assume. I mean, anything's up for grabs now, right? What would be worse if Trump did go in and pardon Diddy, like he got, lifetime sentence or whatever, 25 years, or the January 6th, or both? What say you? Like, what's worse, the J6 rioters or Diddy?
Shit. I mean, the J6 riders. Okay, let's get a couple of things straight. They try to overthrow a government procedure.
I'm sorry, I pushed the wrong button. I meant to say, yeah. Go ahead. We still have time.
More than 80% of them pled guilty.
Yep.
That they said, yes, I did do this. Some of them, Enrique Barrios, what's his name?
Enrique Tarrio.
Yes.
Yep.
He got 22 years in jail for his part in this.
He was the ringleader, or one of them.
Yeah. Well, Trump was the ringleader.
Right.
He was just a general. And he was pardoned 22 years. And he was pardoned.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Pardon Diddy.
So you don't think that one is worse than the other?
It's two different animals. We could call Diddy's stuff. I don't want to call it anything that is going to disvalue anybody that he hurts.
Right.
But J6 was willingly willingful actions.
Yes.
Sorry, I get lost in my words. But that was willingful actions, and based on lies. The people that participated with Diddy, they were there.
Yep.
I don't think they were. Some guys jumped off a van, threw a bag over the head, and threw him in the van. I would guess,
right.
Imagine they willingly went there. So
we don't know. I think I think they're both bad. I think it would be worse, but whatever. I mean, he should stick his nose out of all of it. But he likes to be in everyone's mind and everyone's business constantly, like we said before. Whatever. Well, good luck, Diddy. I hope you get what you deserve. So, and we move on. All right, the last one before the break, number 4, my friend. What do you got?
All right, so let's move to something a little bit more fun, because we just started off with
some bangers.
Yes. So, headline: man quits job, sells Pacific with his cat, becomes a viral star.
Sounds like we're making it up.
The holy sales. So this gentleman's his name is Oliver Widger, 29-year-old from Oregon, left his corporate job and set sail from Oregon to Hawaii with his cat, Phoenix. Diagnosed with a syndrome that risks paralysis, he sought a life of freedom at sea. Teaching himself how to sail via YouTube, he documented his journey and social media, amassing over 1 million followers.
Insane.
Despite challenges like equipment failures and seasickness, Richard's story has inspired many seeking alternative lifestyles. Now, here's my question. He learned how to sail via YouTube. Is he effing insane? or does he has more balls than any man on earth?
Oh, well, I mean, listen.
I mean, would you do that? Would you try that?
All right, the clock is ticking. No, we could go to break now if you want. I would never do that. It's insane. But listen, I give him props, Frank, to do that. I don't know if you actually saw the video where he's talking about it. It's kind of sad. He was saying, he says something that really hit home to me, and I'll repeat it real quick. I'm my words, not his. He looked into the camera. He's like, man, my life sucks. I can't believe that, and he might have had a high paying job and then something happened. I don't remember. Someone could fill in the details. But he essentially said, I can't believe this is my life. This shouldn't be what life is. And I had a moment like that myself recently in the last couple of years where I had a good amount of money. I had the life, the kids, the wife, the whole deal. And I came to a situation where I said to myself, this is not the life that something's wrong. And I didn't have the problems he had, so I'm not going to equate. But at the same time, kudos for him to make a big decision and go. Though I will say he is effing insane. Because at the end of the day, sorry, kid, he's effing insane. Because you're getting on, bringing a cat with you, you get on a damn boat by yourself. You could die. You could, I hate to be grandma here, but you could, I guess he had all sorts of problems. He almost locked himself in a room and had to pry himself out. The thing almost tipped over. He had seasickness. He went through a lot of shit. Yeah, he's got a lot of balls, but he's also crazy. I'm sorry. I would never do a thing like that. No. The answer is no. What about you? That's ridiculous. What is he going to do when he gets to Hawaii? Hi, I'm here. They'd be like, bitch, go home.
Where are you going to park?
But seriously, what is he going to do when he gets there? Does he have a plan? Like people are going to be like, hey, come in.
I don't know. Did he measure how long it's going to take to get there? Did he have directions?
No idea.
Because Wi-Fi doesn't travel over the Pacific. You know what?
No idea.
Balls. Yeah, John. It just hit me. Do you think it's possible? Oh man, I hate to say it. I dislike to say it. You think it was a suicide mission?
You
make it or bust?
Honestly, you would have to accept that. That's a great question. It went through my head. A suicide mission? Yeah, probably. He's like, screw it. If I die, I die. And listen, I don't want to go down that road. We could talk about that another time. But sometimes when you accept death and you say, you know what, if it happens to me, fuck it. It opens up a whole ball game of things where you start to open yourself up to the world. And he had to have had that thought in his head, no doubt about it, because you could easily die doing that. I mean, the guy knows nothing about sailing. How the hell do you do that?
Yeah, learning on YouTube, dude. I let me see. I fixed a refrigerator handle from YouTube. I learned how to change a starter from YouTube.
I mean, come on.
You think I'm gonna get on a sailboat at that?
A sailboat, bro? Come on. Are you serious? Come on.
You know what? Bottom line, overall, party, brother. That is.
I'll give him props.
Respect.
That is ballsy.
Respect.
And listen, Frank, there's got to be at least one hot Hawaiian going, oh my God, I hope he makes it.
I would love to see the follow-up. I would love to see the first, 48, 72 hours in Hawaii, see what happened.
Listen, and what a great way. And listen, my friend, Oliver, we wish you well, my man. God bless you. You look a little cray cray, but I mean, this guy.
We definitely want to see an update, brother. You got, you definitely got him heavy.
Listen, God bless you. Hope you make it. Hope you find your true love, or at least some serenity and peace. God bless him. And that is the end of the first quarter, my friend. What do you think before we go into our first break?
Man, coño, I'm all over the place here, man. I
Me
need
too.
to center. You know what I'm saying? I need to center myself.
We'll tighten it up.
Man,
we'll tighten it up.
That was a lot of stuff,
some heavy stuff.
Shit, leave it to Trump.
Leave it to Trump. Oh my God. All right, people. So we'll be back from whatever break, whatever fun stuff you're going to see, and we'll continue in the second quarter for headlines. Frank, take us out real quick. You got 5 seconds.
All right, guys. We will be back. I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Bye. Tired of having to sign your name all the time? No, seriously, all those letters? It's 2025. Isn't there a better way? Well, now there is. Introducing the Joe Biden Autopen. Got a mortgage closing on that overpriced house you barely qualified for? That'll be foreclosed on by the summer? Or drowning in divorce paperwork because irreconcilable differences hit harder this year than your 401k. Or maybe you're just a confused executive who wishes someone else could run things for once. Where am I? The Joe Biden Autopen. Guaranteed to sign anything. Right, Dems? Now proudly made in America. Wait, it's not made in America? For God's sake, we don't make anything here anymore, do we? Well, at least nothing worth a damn. The Joe Biden Autopen. Always ready to sign, even when you aren't. Well, that's if you can remember where you last left it. For even a month, that's a long time, bro. It's a long fucking time.
Well,
You're
from
gonna lose your mind.
How many miles is it from Oregon to?
I'll have to find out and let you know. That it's a lot. Hawaii's way that, and he's on a sailboat. He's not flying. He's not flying.
I mean, from Oregon to the tip. Well, shit, no, because even to the tip of California.
It's a long way, bro. He's gonna be there for maybe a few months. He's got it's crazy, and he's on what he can't get off the boat.
4,000 miles. Coño, I should have Googled that.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, so we're back, people. Welcome back. It's the okay. It's the second quarter. It's the second quarter. We did the first 4 headlines, and now we're doing 5 through 8. And I think I won the toss in the beginning. So it's me. So, Frankie, you ready for number 5?
I am ready for number 5.
All right, here we go. So this one, I begrudgingly, we're talking Kanye. For God's sake.
Oh.
Here we go. Headline, cancel who? Kanye just proved the internet has no bouncers at the door. Kanye West's latest track, featuring the widely offensive hook, Heil You Know Who, the H guy, was yanked from Spotify and Apple Music. But that didn't stop it from exploding on TikTok and X. Despite industry takedowns, social media algorithms happily carried it to viral status. In other words, it blew up. Turns out, in 2025, you don't need a record label anymore. You just need a little controversy and a Wi-Fi connection. So question, is he effing insane, Frankie? Or does he have, like the other guy, the more balls than any man on earth? Bonus question, and this is the one I really want to talk about. If we all agree that the song is vile, and by the way, if you don't know what I mean by Heil the H guy, Google it, and you'll understand. Because and this is kind of part of the conversation we're having here. We can't even talk about certain things because we might be deplatformed on YouTube for it, which I kind of have a little bone to pick. But also it also now acknowledges that it's still technically art, Frankie, but where do we draw the line? Are we protecting society from harmful ideas or just building a future where only safe art survives? Clock is at 3 minutes. Go. What's your take on this?
All right. So, did you hear the song? I didn't hear the song.
I did not hear the song. I hear it's catchy. Oh my God. Seriously. Wah wah. I did not hear the song. No.
Okay. I did not hear the song either. And, when hip hop originated, it was cool. It was, just brothers rhyming and everything was cool. When hip hop got a little bit deeper, a little bit more streets, bad words were being used. I don't know when or how that happened, but it did. And then it went from bad words to violence, and from violence through to explicit descriptions of really bad things. And the worse it was, the more popular it became.
Yep.
I did not hear this song, and I can't speak to it. However, as a black man, I'm not talking about myself, clearly, referring to Kanye.
Oh, you fooled me. Go ahead.
And this, can I say the name? Is that okay?
Oh,
can I say his name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Hitler, and the name of the song.
Yep.
A black man made a song saying when Nazis and white supremacists, you think about people like the black community had to go through
Right.
to reach the level that they are in today, to have a black man sing a song like this. And again, I haven't heard it. I don't know what it entails.
It's as bad as you
But
think, from
the
what I hear.
title alone, I mean, I saw the cover, the
Yeah.
album cover.
Yep.
It was a swastika.
Yep. Essentially. Yep.
And again, the more insane you are with your music, the more popular it becomes. However, this right here is just is not it. How about what's track number three? What's track number three? Hang Emmett Till again.
Yeah. It's
You know what I'm saying?
let me put a quick ball on this before we move on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take the whole 3
No, I
minutes.
think what you're saying, I can't disagree with what you're saying. Let me say this real quick and we'll move on. I'm an artist. I protect free speech, and art is a mirror of life. It helps us understand life and allows us to understand ourselves a little bit better. There's a better way to say that, but there's a fine line. And at some point in time, you know, what is art? It's a conversation we've had. When I was in college, I studied art in college, and I'll just say this. While I do not support censorship when it comes to art expression, things like that, and he is an artist, I think he's doing something that's a lot more insidious. And like you said, he's doing something. It's not about the art anymore, and it's about a negative resonance and energy that is leading to hate. Hate is not art. And what he's doing is hate. So I'll leave it at that. So he could go fuck. He could go
think
fuck himself.
You absolutely nailed it. Hate is not art.
Hate is not art. He could go fuck himself.
You absolutely nailed it with that. And I wish I would have just said that instead of the rant that I went
That's
in.
all right. But at the end of the day,
you know,
Frank, I protect his right, sadly, to say it, because that's what makes our country
and not for
great.
nothing. And to be fair, I believe the late I forgot who was the artist, but there is a rap song called "Fuck Donald Trump."
Yes. Yep.
You know, but now the motivation behind that was because of what Trump was doing, as far as getting Colin Kaepernick removed from the NFL for standing up to police brutality against black people in particular.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything he did was like kind of attacking the black community. And was it Nipsey Hussle? I can't remember. I think it was him.
It might have been. I got to look it up. I'm sure I could put it up after. But.
And I apologize because I may be wrong, but yeah. So to be fair, is that art? Fuck Donald Trump. I think it's more of a very emotional expression.
Could be, yeah. I mean,
because I say that shit all day. Fuck Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I say that shit all day.
Nice job. We'll leave Kanye to the side where he belongs. Put him in the corner. So what's number 6, my friend?
All right. Could we change the subject a little bit?
Oh, back to Trump. Here we go.
Oh boy, here we go. Goodness Christ, when Trump is president, there is nothing else on the news.
Rent free in our heads. Go on.
So, headline: a panicked Trump to Walmart. Eat the tariffs. Not kidding. Because billions of dollars of profits should cover it, right? Maldita sea. Check it. On May 17th, 2025, Trump blasted Walmart for blaming price hikes on his tariffs, arguing retail giants should absorb the cost with its massive profits. Walmart pushed back, warning prices on essentials like bananas, car seats will still rise despite tariff cuts from 145% to 30%. Now the question is Trump's demand for Walmart to eat the tariff a realistic expectation, or is it a political move that overlooks the complexities of global supply chains and retail economics?
Okay. I got the clock started.
Help me with that.
I mean, look, I'm actually going to say something that might be a little counter what most people would expect. I'm not against tariffs. I think sometimes they are, when done properly, and this country has instituted tariffs for many, many years. It could work to balance trade, imbalances, things like that. But like it's been said before, we don't make bananas here. So if there's a country that makes bananas and sends them to us, there's going to be an imbalance. It's not like they're going to be able to take all of our electronics and get everything from us. Frankie, if I say to you that I make cars and you need a car and there's no one else that makes cars around you, I mean, bad analogy. And I go, I make some really affordable, great cars. Would you like one? And you go, sure. But you got to buy a bunch of stuff from me too and make this balance. We have to, because I bought something from you. You got to buy something. I'm like, no, I'll go sell it to someone else. Whatever, I do something well, great. Take advantage of it or don't. But here's the thing, before I turn it over back to you. I think that if Trump really wanted to do the tariffs right, he would have given the companies a benefit to not eat all the tariffs. So here's my idea. I'll leave you with this, and then you could end this segment, this headline with your comment, because I think he's kind of right. These companies, these big conglomerates, he's not right. He said that to protect his own ass, not to protect your ass and my ass, right? So what Walmart should do, if there is a 30% tariff, they should eat 20% of the tariff. And some people are going to say, this is ridiculous. And then pass 10% to the consumer. But what Trump should do, and I'll put it up here. What Trump should do then is figure out a way. It's okay. So you're going to have some pain now, but if you invest in American companies and get products from them in the long run, 5-10 years, we're going to balance this out with some tax breaks and some incentives for you and blah, blah, blah. We'll figure it out at the end. But what he's doing instead is he's got this big tariff war. He slapped a bunch of bullshit tariffs on everyone. And then he's telling companies, oh, you got to eat the tariffs. And they're going to be like, F you. We have a responsibility by law to be profitable to our shareholders. Go to hell. This is not how this works. What say you? Sorry, I left you 30 seconds. Go.
No, it's cool. I could you imagine the balls? So I'm going to go stay at a Trump hotel, and because of the tariffs and stuff, it's like, no, you're not going to charge me $300 a night. I want you to charge me $60 a night.
Bullshit.
Eat the tariffs. Eat the tariffs.
Eat my ass.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just ridiculous. It's like, how about be reasonable? Like 145% tariff overnight? Are you kidding me?
Ridiculous.
You saw what that did to the stock market. The uncertainty of the situation creates panic.
Big time.
So you are not helping anybody, including you, because as a result, your poll numbers are the lowest of any president in the history in this short amount of time that he's been president. And
well said, by the way. Before we move on, I'll just remind people that it did say a panicked Trump to Walmart because, like you said, his poll numbers are down. Not that he's going to run again, right? But other people, other Republicans will.
You know that, right?
Oh God, he's got to survive 4 years, let alone another 4 years. But we leave that at that. We'll move on to the next headline. And I know Frankie's going to have a lot to say on this. Oh boy, our buddy Biden. This made me sad. You ready? Headline: leaked audio reveals Biden's memory lapses during special counsel interview. This was with special counsel Hur, H-U-R. Leaked audio from Biden's 2023 interview. And I'll put it on the screen here. It made me sad. With special counsel Robert Hur reveals him struggling to recall key dates, including when his son Beau died and Trump's election year. Speaking in a low tone with long pauses, Biden was assisted by staff throughout. The release has also reignited debates over his cognitive fitness. His cognitive fitness heading into the 2024 election. Question, my friend. Shouldn't voters should they have had the full truth about President Biden's mental fitness before they went to vote and not wait for leaks like this, these audio leaks? Because if Democrats knew this all along, Were they right to pull him last minute for an unproven candidate? Let's be real. Or did they just gamble America's future on a desperation play because they didn't have the guts, or dare I say it, the fucking balls to tell the truth? 3 minutes on the clock. Go.
All right. So I have seen videos where Biden seems a little off. Let's go with that. I think he was a great vice president to Obama. He looked sharp. Definitely two different Bidens when he was VP and
Vastly
then president.
different. Absolutely.
But let's and again, we certainly don't celebrate anybody's mental decline or anything like that. That's not what we're doing here. But obviously, someone like that would not fully qualify to hold the strongest position in the world, which is to be the president of the United States.
Right.
However, with that being said, during his presidency, could we agree that unemployment was the lowest it's been in 50 plus years for 2 years running steadily?
Yeah, economy was good.
Could we agree that we had GDP growth?
Yep, economy was good.
Could we agree that he accomplished the PACT Act, the CHIPS Act, gave Medicare and Medicaid the position to negotiate with drug companies to lower their prices to pay less, resulting in capping insulin at $35 per month versus the $200 plus it was before that, before Biden, which by the way is back up to 200 because Trump removed that from the negotiations.
I have a question for you, by the way. Leave time for a question.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, because the pushback would be, that's great, but the reason why we're with Trump now is because the Democrats, whoever was around him, they knew that he was struggling. There's reports saying that five people basically ran the government, which hey, hire those 5 people or make them president. But do you remember a president named FDR? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, right? 1930s, 1940s. The motherfucker was in a wheelchair and nobody knew it. Do you know how? Because he and his team supposedly had a gentleman's agreement with the press. You don't tell people that I'm feeble in a wheelchair, and I'll give you, unfettered access to what's going on, and we'll be fine. So hiding these types of things has been around for a long time. And I have a theory there's hiding of certain things in the government right now. But if it was good enough for FDR, it was good enough for Biden. Is it good enough for Trump? Go. 10 seconds, sorry.
Clearly not. Clearly not. Bust it. Stock market broke records 3 times in the same year, meaning that the Dow was as high as it ever been, and it was higher than that 3 times in a row in the same year. Trump comes in, the stock market almost canceled itself out. There's if it gets to a lowest point, it'll just shut off.
Yep.
And it was that for 8-9 days in a row.
But let me ask you a question. If Trump is deranged now, and there's also reports, real quick, that he fears, he's spoken openly that his dad, Fred Trump, suffered from dementia, still came into work for many years, and then finally found himself in the hospital. If you came to find out that people were hiding the fact that Trump has been deranged literally, or something's wrong with his cognitive abilities, would you be okay with that?
No, I would not be okay with that, because this is, look, Fred Trump, he developed buildings. Okay, you have engineers around you. You have people around you that could direct you the right way.
He's not running the country, essentially, is what you're saying.
Exactly. He's not running the country. You are running the country. And thus far, you've fired all the most important people that run this country, air traffic control, these government officials and everything, and Surgeon Generals, saying that government employees don't deserve their checks.
I mean,
are you kidding me?
It's insane.
They took a chainsaw to a freaking rally saying we're cutting all this shit. Where's the money?
Yeah.
Where's the money? It's bro. Nobody stop. You know what? You're not allowed to stop Trump because you'll be fired. You'll be ridiculed. You will be, and he would. Bruce Springsteen says something about him over the weekend,
And
and suddenly
yeah,
the boss, they call him the boss in the music industry. Now he's on his shit list, so he went on a full-blown rant on his social media
yeah,
site, on the radio, all this, all that, despite his incredible success over the what 4 decades.
yeah.
But he praises Kid Rock
But
because Kid Rock sucks his. He praises Kanye. He praises Kanye because Kanye sucks his
either way, though,
toes.
Frank, the truth is, unfortunately, I hate. Democrats messed up. They should have.
Democrats are a
They,
bunch of flipping pussies.
they messed up.
I'm sorry to say it this way, and Coño, and I know we're over time, and I know I said that I'll keep it in time, but the Democrats are a bunch of punks. They have a bully in their face, and I understand that there has to be an adult
Yeah.
in this Congress because the Republicans are certainly not the adults, and we cannot stoop to their level because we are trying to run a country here. You know what I'm saying? So
Can't disagree. But we'll find out what's really going on in this administration eventually. Hey, so we'll move
I'm
on
about
to.
to take my shirt off, dude. I'm sweating.
Me too. Listen, I actually want to read this last one because I want you to answer. I've got some questions for you. Is that okay? We're gonna end. We're gonna end on a fun one.
I feel okay.
We're gonna end.
Okay.
We're gonna end this second quarter in a fun one. You ready? So
Okay.
here's a headline: Pineapple, dark chocolate, grunting, and declutter. The wellness tips you didn't know you needed. I came across this article. I thought of you. I really did. I swear to God, I thought of you. And I'm like, I cannot wait to read this. So a new Yahoo lifestyle piece claims better health might be just a few weird habits away, like eating pineapple for digestion, snacking on dark chocolate for stress relief, and even grunting during workouts to boost performance. You know where I'm going here. And add in a little decluttering to clear out mental and physical space. And apparently you've got the ultimate low effort wellness plan for 2025. So question, Frank. So let me get this straight. If I chomp on a pineapple, moan like a tennis pro at the gym, and throw out my junk drawer, I'm basically a Zen master with abs now, right? Did wellness just officially give up? Or are we just a TikTok away from a Nobel Prize in grunting? Go. And here's a bonus question. This is really the one I want. Because in the article it said, stop folding your underwear. And that's the thing I want. Yes, you have to read the article. It's great. I got it on screen. It's courtesy of Yahoo Life. Frank, I'm going to ask you some questions. First off, yes or no questions, and then you can talk. I'm going to put the time on. Number one, do you eat pineapple?
Yes.
Pineapple's good, right? It's good for you.
I love pineapple.
Yeah, it actually has some digestive enzymes and stuff in it. Do you eat dark chocolate?
I'm not a too big fan of a chocolate, but I'll eat M&M peanuts or Reese's Pieces.
Okay. I eat a ton of dark chocolate. I love it. Do you grunt during workouts? Be real.
Sometimes, yeah, and towards the end, yeah.
No, there's some places, I won't say where it's not allowed, isn't it?
There are some places like that, but yeah, I don't do it. You know, I'm starting off my workout. My first set, my first rep, that does not exist. It's towards the end when you have nothing left and you have to push through it.
Okay, here's the last question do you fold your underwear?
I do fold my underwear.
I do too. That's a mom thing, but it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
No.
Who's gonna see it?
How about if you have a date that night?
It's still gonna get wrinkled.
No, like let's say the lights are on and the music is playing. Let's say you had a little bit of wine and the music is playing.
Someone needs to comment on this. How wrinkled are you gonna if you just throw them in the? Is it gonna be that wrinkled?
I wouldn't know because I fold mine.
No, listen. By the way, when I say underwear, I don't wear underwear. I wear boxer briefs. I don't know about you. I not to do a hey Hillary, but I wear don't tell Hillary. I wear boxer briefs, and they're made of a material that doesn't wrinkle easily. It's kind of like the performance stuff where it's like breathable type of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. Thanks, ladies. Hey. But that's it. Why would you fold underwear? It makes so much sense, though I've been doing it my whole life. It makes no sense to fold it. Why the hell would you do that?
Because you're neat. When you open your underwear drawer, you want to see everything stacked nicely. You know what I'm saying? I have mine by colors. Depending on
Well,
what I'm
then
wearing,
just
it's
place
like
them
okay.
like one on top of the other. No big deal. Why fold them?
Yeah, you could do that too. I'm sorry, I've been doing this for so long that I don't know. I cannot. I'm 50. I've been doing this shit for like 40 years. Yeah. So
Listen, I'm being a little hypocritical because I do it too. But when I read that, I'm like, wow, what a great point. Who the hell's going to see? Like, it's underwear. It's like, fold undershirts? That's different because that can wrinkle, Underwear, it doesn't make any sense. It made me think, I don't know. People, if anyone listens, no one's listening to this shit. Let us know. Like, do you fold your underwear, ladies, or your panties? I just said a word that a lot of ladies don't like.
what do they call it?
I just teased a third quarter segment, but we'll leave that aside. Undergarments, but real quick before we go to our second break, do you fold how do you put your socks away? Do you fold them, or do you do the where you kind of put them?
Match them and then I ball them up.
You ball them up?
Yeah.
They don't get wrinkled. See?
Yeah, but you see, no, they do not. They do not get wrinkled.
Hold on.
Dude, your freaking brain is freaking outstanding. I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna give you that because my socks do not get wrinkled.
See, but I'm not gonna front either. I do the same thing. I do the tube thing. And then the underwear get folded neatly, and they're all kind of... Listen, it's a Portuguese thing. It's a Dominican thing. Hey, great moms. And on that note, that is the end of the second quarter. Frankie, 5 seconds to take us out. Let's go. We're going to the break. Our second...
Going to the break?
To last break.
Okay, I'm going to use the bathroom.
Well said. I'll join you. All right. Oh, well.
Oh, coño, loco, espérate, no. Tú te quedas allá, coño.
Oh, boy. Let's go to break. See y'all.
And now, a segment we call Did You Know? Did you know? The Trump tariffs will cost the average American household about $1,000 per year. What could that have bought you? Haha, let's dig in. You ready?
140 dozen eggs, 50 packs of Newports, 25 manicures with those fancy gel tips, 8 months of Disney Plus 1 week of guilt for watching all of Season 2 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, 3 full tanks of that good gas, and a breakdown in Jersey. A knockoff Louis Vuitton bag from a guy named South Shore Steve. 1 year of therapy to cope with being a douchebag. A Costco-sized bag of shredded Mexican cheese that still expires tomorrow. 1 dentist's visit without insurance. 3 NFTs of a frog wearing sunglasses. A low-tier OnlyFans subscription and a high-tier identity crisis. 2 VIP tickets to Fyre Fest 2, Electric Boogaloo. A weekend spiritual retreat hosted by Tony Robbins and a hologram of Ayn Rand. A special edition dark MAGA hat embroidered with Made in China. 6 Trump meme coins, value subject to mood swings. A life-sized MyPillow of Elon Musk riding a rocket. 1 Taylor Swift concert ticket in the nosebleeds. A full-body AI scan that promises to turn you into a better version of yourself, but mostly steals your data. A personalized cameo shout-out from Rudy Giuliani. Comes with optional hair dye drip. 7 jars of Gwyneth Paltrow's psychic mayonnaise. A gold-plated spatula from Trump Tower's gift shop. 1 month's rent in Anywhere, Ohio. Or 1 hour's rent in the worst part of Manhattan. A government-issued list of homeopathic remedies to fight the measles, autographed by RFK Jr. 1.5 used Cybertruck tires. And finally, a framed copy of this list, autographed by George Santos from prison.
Disclaimer. Actual values of items may vary. If you're holding a calculator right now because you just had to check our math, please check your sanity. This is parody and satire, folks. We were told there'd be no math. Get a life. Seriously. Now the key question is, do I cut food out of my diet or stop smoking cigarettes? Honey, have you ever heard of the amazing health benefits of fasting? Honey? And now, back to our show.
So it got me thinking. And what's the question, Ja?
Is it worth folding underwear? Like, who the hell should fold underwear? Why don't you just throw them in the damn drawer? What's ridiculous? It sounds crazy.
So Ja asked me. He said, get Jeff's perspective on this. I'm curious. So you're part of the show now, babe. We're not recording right now, but
oops, yeah, we are.
What do you think about that, babe? This is gonna be great because she is the 10th man
Yes.
in a lot of situations.
Let's do it. I want to hear what she says.
And I'll give you a sign when she responds, and then I'll play. You can put pause on the show, and we'll play it.
Sounds good. Yeah, I hit record. Screw it. And we're back. We're back from the break. Don't pay no attention to what that was. This is the third quarter, and Frank, I got something fun for you. You ready? We're gonna get icky. Icky-Dickey.
I'm gonna get icky.
That cricket is loving our show, man. They, whatever.
They paid their fee to come over here, and they're listening outside my window.
Fans are fans. I love it.
Yeah. They're saying they don't like icky.
They don't like icky. Well, we's about to get icky. I came across an article. You ready? I don't have it on the screen now, but I do have a list here. And essentially the article said, and I quote, not quote, but it talked about certain words that are guaranteed to bring the ick factor up to an 11, right? That's kind of a inside joke. And basically, there's certain words in the English language that I think some men and some women might find, some men might find okay, some women think are gross, vice versa. So I've got a list here. I figured we could rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, I have no problem with the word at all. 10 being, don't say that shit in front of me, and whatever in between. So I figured I got 10 of them, and I have a bonus one if we get to it. And we'll put 15 minutes on the clock. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock. And here's what it says here. And here's a segment. You ready? It's Let's get icky. Whatever. See if I get some music, whatever. I'll put something on the screen. These are words. You ready? These are words guaranteed to make you cringe. Let's say them, rate them, and make everyone uncomfortable. You ready? Here goes the 50. I'm ready. Here's the 15 minutes. I'm going to say it. I'll use it in 2 sentences for some of these, right? Or at least one. Here's the first one. My, oh my, that cake is moist. Oh, my dear, this couch feels moist. What say you? Moist. Go.
Okay, so cake being moist is a tres leches cake. If you know, you know.
Yes.
A couch being moist, I will ask JD Vance.
On a scale of 1 to 10, though, how bad is it?
For the most part, if, like, let's say my girlfriend's, I don't want to use her.
Uh-oh.
But if a female was to say, I feel moist.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
you just got a penalty. You just got a penalty on the play on that one. So it depends. I think most people would say if it's not being used for a cake or a cupcake, don't use moist. I'm going to rate moist as a 9. I think it's gross.
Really?
I think it's
Dude.
Gross. You want me to put in another sentence?
Oh my goodness. I said, babe, bro, if your wife was to, or your girlfriend, your partner says, babe, how far are you? I'm this far away. Oh my God. I wish you could hear soon. I'm moist.
Oh. That's between you and your partner. I am eating lice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what? I'd hope she'd choose another word. I can't. People, if anyone's listening, no one's listening, put it in the comments.
Really?
Gross. I give it a 9. Gross.
Oh my God! Wow.
I do not want. I do not. There's another word I'd prefer, and I won't go any farther. We'll move on to the next one, which is even worse. But yeah, no. What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? Moist.
Moist? As bad?
Yeah, 1 being it's fine, 10 being.
I'd say 4.
Really? Okay. We know how you're using it. Oh, you dirty birdie. Okay, next one. You ready? Mucus. Oh boy, there's a lot of mucus all over you. Wow, that cake, that topping looks a little mucusy. Go. Mucus.
You cannot make mucus sound good in any way. There's no sentence to make mucus sounds good.
So what's your rating?
That is definitely a 9. That is definitely a 9.
I have to agree.
Actually, the only way mucus is good is when you're sick a lot. And,
like right now, I'm
like
sick right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and they said, you blow your nose and you have this snot rag of a towel and it's like, oh, good, you're getting all the mucus out. That's good. You're getting all the mucus out. That's good.
Yeah, I agree. It used in any other thing other than health, like a doctor's talking or a commercial. Don't ever say mucus for anything else. Oh, that is I keep putting that. That is a beautiful mucus-colored shirt you have on, Frank. It's like,
oh my God! Like number one, I'll take
burn the shirt.
Yeah, that's not the look I'm going for.
So we agree. I'm gonna say a 9 on that one. Easy. Here's the next one. You ready? Creamy.
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 Creamy
and moist.
Creamy's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Creamy's not bad. I don't think there's.
I
can't see how creamy would be used in a bad way.
Oh yeah, that soap in your shower was very creamy.
Well, it's shea butter, so it tends to,
Okay. How about he had a very creamy looking hairdo.
What would that look like?
I don't know. Maybe what I've got. Who knows? Yeah, I'm gonna agree. What would you rate it? I'm gonna say a 5. It depends.
I'll say a 2.
Because creamy, I think of food.
Hmm?
I think of food. When I hear creamy, I think of creamy like chocolate or whatever. I there's no other way to use it. But supposedly people think it's gross.
Well, yeah. Let's say if you order scrambled eggs and you get a plate of scrambled eggs and it's creamy. That's gross.
Creamy eggs, yes. Or a creamy soup, and you're not looking for a creamy soup. I start feeling textures in my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna say a 6.5. What's your rating?
I would say a 2.
Okay, here's the next one.
Yeah.
You ready? The next one is interesting. I don't think you and I are gonna have a problem with this, but any women listening, for some reason, this is a divide between women and men. You ready? Panties.
What kinds?
Oh, okay, creamy ones.
Those are the best ones.
And they're not moist. Are they filled with mucus? Okay, I'll stop now.
If they're creamy, they're moist. Trust
me. I could push it. Yeah, it's over. It's good. No, we still have time, but gross. Women don't like the word panties. I'm reading that everywhere. They don't like panties. I know women in my life. You say it. Go for it. Go for it. Live on air. Go for it.
Live on air. Okay. Hi, mi amor. Baby. Do you like the word panties? Apparently, there's a study that said that women don't like the word panties, and we need a woman's point of view. Respond via audio. I'm going to play this on the show as I'm recording this on the show. Okay? I love you, babe.
Panties. I have no problem with it, but supposedly women hate that word. They hate it. So for me, it's a 2. I mean, it's okay. You left your panties over there. You know, you say to your buddy in college, "Did you not see the panties on the door handle?"
So what would you call it if it's not panties?
I don't know. Underwear? That sounds so grandma. It's like, oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice
underwear
panties.
sounds. I don't know.
We need a woman to clear this up.
Call it underwear.
I keep pushing.
But you know, if it's let's say it's red lace, you know, with you know, nice designs, kind of, you know,
panties
shows. Yeah, those are panties.
Frank,
and
women don't like it. I don't know why.
I'm learning this now, bro.
Especially creamy panties for some reason. We'll leave it at that. Here's the next one. You ready? I think we could agree on this one. Cockroach. Right? I mean, the first part of it obviously makes you think of, you know, but roach. You think like these things all over your floor and whatever, and it's just like New York City type of thing. Cockroach. It's gross.
Bro, as you know, I was, you know, I grew up in the Bronx, and the building that I lived, my mom was very, very clean, but there were always freaking roaches.
Right.
And there is nothing worse. And, you know, we try to be clean, but you would go get the cereal as a kid. You know, every kid loves cereal.
Yeah. I know where you're
And
going
you
here.
serve yourself, and then you pour the milk in. And you see a roach swimming in there. They got into the cereal box, then you got to throw out the whole cereal box. And no, this is the 80s, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, that cereal was supposed to last, you know, at least 4 days.
Oh my God. Well, the next word is almost like that. You ready? Maggot.
Ooh, don't say that in front of my sister. She has a phobia.
Right?
Maggot. A phobia. You know that maggots are in, you know, as much as disgusting it is to look at, they are some health benefits to it. Apparently, people that get surgery and they have this humongous scar, whatever, with pus coming out, the maggots clean it, you know, almost to. You know, so you are in way better condition because of the maggots. And yeah, you know, you have a cast and they put the maggots there, and yeah, you feel it, and they're chomping away at the dust that comes out. But you'll be brand new.
Listen, there's no way to say that nicely. It's just like, wow, this house is so clean. It's like maggots eating my you know, my dead skin. And even all the cream is off and mucus is off the walls. Well done. Maggots.
Yeah, the maggots will clean all that shit up.
Oh, yeah. I got some maggots, maids that come in once a week and clean everything. They take here's the next word, the phlegm. Phlegm.
That's close to mucus.
But like maggot for me is a 9. Like.
Oh yeah, no, maggot is definitely a 9. My sister would.
Cockroach is a 7 for me.
Cockroach, yeah, they're 8 for me.
Yeah. What about phlegm?
Phlegm is up there with mucus. Is 8, 9.
You can't do much with phlegm, right? If someone sounds like, I feel like I sound phlegmy now because I'm sick, but it's like, you know, I don't know how to use it in a sentence other than the bodily function, phlegm.
Well, yeah, I believe that's the only way you could use it. It's in a medical term that is you got to get this phlegm out because it's in your lungs, you know, so you got to cough it out and spit it out.
Well, here's another one. These all see. I got this from a couple articles. These are words that people, when they hear it, they instantly gross out. Here's another one. Ointment.
Ointment. Well, that's to help with you know, something that requires it. Can, you know, like if you got a bad scratch, you put an ointment on it. You know, so
I don't have any problem with that. Ointment. Whatever. It's ointment.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. It's ointment.
Lube? What if it was lube?
Well, it depends what you're doing that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. you know,
You and the cockroaches are getting it on. Hey,
no, they will not be no freaking cockroaches there. Hell no.
with some lube and some ointment. Oh, this is so gross. I'm feeling ointment for me. It's like it's a matter of fact. I have 4. It's not a big deal for me. Ointment.
Man, that's the one. That's
You ready? Squirt. You instantly went there. I could say squirt like it's something squirted out of my eye. Something squirted out of his ass. Like Hershey squirts, right?
yeah. It's not as
Doesn't have to be sexual.
It's
Squirt.
not as horrible as it sounds. You know, it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
you know,
People are called squirts. Hey, little squirt, right?
mhm.
Depends how you use it. I think that's a word. It depends how you use it. Like whereas maggot, don't use it. Just don't use it. It's gross. It's a gross word. How about this? Armpit.
We all have one.
Armpit. Like
We all have one. Most of us have 2.
Bridgeport is the armpit of Connecticut. I'm not saying it, people. Don't send letters and stuff to us like Family Guy. Bridgeport is the greatest city on, whatever. Armpit. I have no problem with it.
I have no problem with it.
Oh, baby.
Can I throw a word in there?
Go for it.
Pus.
That's when I was going to add. Yeah, 9. Pus is
Yeah, because
Whoa.
if you got pus, that means you're going through some shit and it's some net.
Ugh.
That is the equivalent of mucus and phlegm.
And some panties and a
with-
cockroach
and it
with a
looks like
maggot.
there's little maggots growing out
Ah!
of it. That's pus.
I think we've thoroughly grossed out an audience we don't even have.
Yeah, I think everybody checked out from by now.
1 minute to go. Bonus one. Smear or schmear. Go.
Smear, no, I smear butter on my toast. I smear butter on my bagels.
Smear shit on the wall.
I never smear shit on the wall unless I was a J6er at the White House and the Capitol.
By the way, you know where schmear comes from, right? You're a New York guy. Schmear. Give me a bagel and a schmear.
Cream cheese?
Yeah, that's where it comes from. A schmear.
Mm.
Like a little of cream cheese. It's a New York term for anyone that's from New York area. A schmear. That out of all of them, moist and pus, maggot. I mean, those are my top 3. What do you think?
Yeah.
I can't wait to end this. Mucus.
Mucus. That's up to that's 9.
I gross myself
panties.
out.
Yeah.
I need to find out. We'll end on this. I need to find out what she thinks about panties. Did she respond before we go to the last break?
Hold on. Let's see. Okay, she did respond.
Okay, we'll end with that.
You're gonna have to translate. Okay, she said I'm gonna have to translate her Mexican.
Okay, go
Let me know
for
if
it.
you hear this.
I'm not uncomfortable with the term panties, but I don't think that I would use it. Like if I want to tell my girls or my daughters, like, oh, your underwear is showing, I wouldn't say, like, your panties are showing. Like, it's just not a word that I would use. I feel like I use underwear more. Maybe men use the word panties. I think I've heard you refer to underwear more as panties than me. But I don't know, like, I don't feel like I would even, like, tell my mom, like, oh, I need to go shopping for panties. I don't think I would use that term. I would use underwear. But I'm not uncomfortable with it. I just don't really use it, Like, I don't know. I feel like I refer to it as underwear. But I think more like men use panties, I want to say.
Yeah, I agree. Look at that. Anyone that's not listening, please put it in the comments. Would you use panties? Well done.
She got to make some points. She says, if she's talking to her daughters, your underwear is showing.
It's not surprising. I think she's right. She nailed it. Of course, let the higher creature, the higher species, tell us how it goes. I agree, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, and I think men use panties because if it's your daughter, you will say your underwear is showing. If it's your wife or your girlfriend,
Nice panties.
if your panties are showing, pick your pants up because those are my favorite. As a matter of fact, we're going home right now.
And on that note, that is the end of the third quarter. Anyone that made it this far, please, I need some feedback. What do you think? Which words are the worst? Which ones would you never use? Did you use? And help us out with the panties one. I'll put a poll somewhere. I got to figure it out, and I got to be careful. I don't mean that kind of poll. Hey, now. We'll see y'all in the fourth quarter. Frankie, 5 seconds. Take us out.
All right. Very important. I got to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Back.
We'll be right back. He's got to go take a squirt. And remember to pull down your panties.
Oh, wow.
Remember to pull down your panties.
That was something nasty.
See y'all soon.
And now a segment we call One of Those Moments with Frankie. Take it away, kid.
So, anybody ever had one of those moments where you just feel like donkey ears growing out of your head, or a dunce cap that was just put on? It happened to me recently. I saw this man that was missing a hand, and in that arm he was wearing a watch. And innocently, I just asked him. I said, "Hey, why don't you put your watch in your other arm? Aren't you afraid to lose your watch?" And he looked at me and he says, "That's a stupid question." And I thought I offended him. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry if I offended you. It's a nice watch. I would hate for you to lose it." And he looks at me with a dead still face and he says, "And how do you think I will put on the watch in my other arm?" Sorry if I offended you, sir. That was a stupid question.
All right. So, yeah, panties. Yeah, I wouldn't use that word around a lot of people, but apparently it's appropriate for some people. And we're back.
We're back.
For those of you who have made it to the fourth and final quarter, we have something that if you've never seen our previous episodes, you might not be familiar with because it only showed up once. Frank, who's this?
Gabby, I miss you, mi amor.
That is Gabby. Who is Gabby? Would you like to tell people real quick who Gabby is?
All right, so Gabby holds our thoughts and ideas when our podcast comes to a point where we could use something different to alleviate or redirect where we're going. And it's a fun thing. We did 14 episodes?
Yes.
We used her once.
So
Not kidding.
Not kidding. So for our last fourth quarter, we'll keep this tight. We'll have 5 minutes on the clock. I have my right hand and my left hand, Frank. I don't know which one is. Well, I know which one is which. Right and left. One is creamy. One is mucusy.
Moist.
Yeah, I got a moist hand. Right or left hand? Pick one.
Let's go with left.
Left it is. Okay, you ready? So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to put the clock on, and we'll go right into the thing. And I'll let you know when it's a 2-minute warning, and we'll go from there, and we'll end the show. We'll end on a high note, I hope. You ready? So here we go. First one. Got it here. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Kind of dumb. But question. Is it sad if you like your own post online? Bonus. Do you think YouTube should downgrade videos you post that you like? Or is that mean? That's kind of corny. You know what? answer that one real quick, and I want to do the other one because I didn't know this one was in there. Real quick, because
it's. I think it's really sad if you like your own post. You know,
real quick, why? It's like kind of
because it's like you don't have enough likes. You're trying to get to 10.
Yeah, not good, right?
You have 9 likes for 2 days, and it's like, let me get to the basis. I'm not liking myself. That's just petty. That's for others. You're sharing something with others that you like enough to post.
So it's assumed you like it, and it's almost like sending yourself a birthday gift, right? It's like
more or less,
more or less, right? Oh, okay. You ready? We'll end on this. I'm going to read it. You have 5 minutes. Frank, this is a guy's question. How are you feeling right now? Bonus, how did you feel earlier? Go.
You know, this is... I'm going to answer truthfully because...
Please do.
That when that question comes from his mouth, it's not your regular, oh, I'm okay. No, how are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I feel happy. I feel tired.
I could understand.
I had a long day. You know, I was up late last night. We had a party over here watching the Yankees game, the Knicks game. But considering where I was, you know, a few months ago, I feel blessed and lucky.
And thank you for admitting that. How did you feel earlier? And I'm not going to tell you what earlier is. If it's earlier today, earlier in the month, early in the year, compare how you're feeling now with another time.
Well, if I'm going to keep it honest, a few months ago, I thought I would never see this day. Physically, spiritually. I put a lot of work, a lot of faith into getting over something that to me was a physical impossibility. And I learned that God really does extend his hand when you ask for it, when you ask for it with your heart. And what can I say, man? I'm a new person. I'm a new man. I'm so happy. And
thanks, guys. Well, you look it, my friend. And I won't cop out and not answer myself. I'll say this. I'll give my answer in a second. But let me just say thank you for answering truthfully, which is, I mean, what else are you going to do? Of course, you're going to answer truthfully. But it's taken work to get there, right?
Yeah.
It hasn't been free. It wasn't given to you.
Oh, no, it was. I
mean, even the cricket's talking to you, right? How funny the cricket all of a sudden is like chirping in. It's like, hey, what's up? This wasn't free. You had to work for it.
Yeah.
By the way, 2-minute warning.
One of the most difficult things I've ever had to do. The only thing that could compare to it was, burying my best friend and my grandmother and my aunts. Is the only thing I could compare it to. It was that serious.
Well, my friend, thank you for being so open and vulnerable. That's G-Talk territory. That's what we do as G's. You know, why put up walls? What is that going to do?
What is this? What is the G-Talk? We offer a what?
We offer, a safe space for people to be themselves, right? And for them to be vulnerable when they need to, accept strength if they're ready, and to love if they're willing. Simple as that, right? I just got a
That's
tingle.
right.
I just got a tingle when I said that. But to be real, with 1 minute to go into the end of the show, I myself feel very blessed. I'm not quite where you are right now, but things like this and you pushing me to get to this point is really helping me. So I appreciate that, and I send love to not only you but your partner who made an appearance on the show, even if it's just her voice. And I think things like this bring purpose to our lives. You know how I feel about life. X plus Y equals Z. I put myself at X or people that I love at X. And we figure out a Y that drives us, that gives us purpose, that makes us understand that life is beautiful. And then we are proven that at the end, at the other side of the equal sign, the Z, the totality of our experience. If we trust ourselves and we trust those around us, and we find a purpose that is truly meaningful and has energy, there will be nothing else but serenity, peace, and love at the other end of the equal sign. And that's how I end that.
What do I say after that, bro? You kidding me? that was poetry, man.
We end this show and every day on a bang. So you have 5 seconds, my friend. One last great, profound word or phrase or anything before we bid everybody adieu and thank them for watching.
Only thing I would share is love yourself first. Everything else will fall into place.
And I'll add to that, I've got to pee. So
Me too.
Before things get pretty moist over here, my mono, God bless you. God bless everyone for watching. We're going to see y'all soon.
Mi gente, salud. Thank you
Salud.
for watching. We'll be back next week.
Ciao.